So I'm sure you all have been wondering about my little trailer. It is built from a 97 Chevy S10. I did not build it. I bought this one, and I bought it because it was almost rust-free. It was built by a man who had another S10, and he wanted to have a little bit more room because he kept the top on his truck all the time. So far, I have modded it by painting it black. It used to be this color turquoise, and this was chrome. It's now black. And then I added this box, and I also added the wheel and the chains. I keep it locked just in case, although no one has ever bothered it. Future mods will be some sort of storage compartment underneath here, and maybe in the back, and possibly a small hitch so that I can carry something like a bicycle rack. And then finally, I'll put jack stands on the back, because in this corner I'm going to put a pickup bed crane so that I can pick up stuff like my organ and lift it right in here without having to worry. And the fold down jack stands will be so that I don't have to steady the trailer. So this is actually a full-size truck tonneau cover that I found on the side of the road, and it works perfectly. And then I use this old net, which I bought years and years ago at Harbor Freight. It's a little too big, but it works just great for large loads. It's getting a little overstretched, and I've had to retie it in a few spots, but it works great. All right, now I'm hoping to paint it about a yellow color. I kept it black because it matched my Chevy Tahoe. And oh, I've also added Buick hubcaps. These were brand new tires, and the Chevy tire is underneath. But yeah, that's about it. That's all it really needs. Possibly a new tailgate if I can find an even cleaner one. But yeah, all right, let's hitch it up. Always turn on your hazards to make sure your trailer lights are working. And we got one there. And one there. So I'm sure you're wondering, why do I have such a trailer? There we go, and you can see me a little better. So I have this trailer because I really like driving a car. I've had SUVs, Jeeps, and I really like them, but I don't like having to, always go in overdrive pulling a trailer. This car really wasn't built for pulling one. I've modified it to do so. Anyway, so I've had SUV, but if I can only have two cars, which is where we're at right now, with my wife, then I always want to have a trailer. Trailers are useful. You can carry big furniture in them. My wife, for some reason, loves cars, but is very much opposed to station wagons and to minivans and regular vans in general. And that's probably what I would own if I actually, when I met her, I had a station wagon and a minivan. And but she doesn't want to have any of that. She has her car, so if I have to have one car, I'm going to have something practical. And so that's why I have the sedan. And the trailer allows me to use it like a pickup truck. Today, so this is my storage unit, and I use it to break up having stuff at my house. This is for Suzette when she gets older. And to have a place where I can have people come when I'm selling stuff and not be at the house. So today we're getting these two items, and we're getting this. Okay, so these are two schoolhouse desks that I'm loading up, as well as a tailgate. I've always wanted to make a tailgate bench, and I've always wanted to make some sort of seating using schoolhouse desks. They're so neat and so decorative, and how do you repurpose them? So I've actually got a piece of wood that I'm going to put as to connect the two for a bench, and I'm going to use the Jeep tailgate as a back. It should look really neat and much different than what anyone else is doing at the moment. And it's a great way to repurpose. Most of them you see are made out of 2x4s or pallet wood, and it's just not the look I want to go for. The two ramps, they're just simply something that I need to sell. I was going to use them for a project. I saw somebody made a neat end table, but I'm going a different direction, as things tend to do. So I will try to make a mock-up a little later of how I'm going to do the Jeep seats, but that is a project for another day. I'm really excited about this bench, and hopefully it's something that can go on my front porch. So I'm sure you're wondering, why do I have this storage unit? Well, I have it because when I had a Christmas present for Lauren, and I had a really great opportunity to rent these. I've discovered that they're only $35 a month. That's nothing, and it's a full-size garage. I could fit a car in there, and they're actually the garages for those apartment buildings, and nobody wants to rent them because most people who live there don't own cars and don't care to keep anything that won't go into their storage, into their apartment. So what did I do? I ended up because of that, I ended up having a Christmas present. It was the fainting couch, a chaise lounge. Lauren had one years ago, and she wanted to keep it. She wanted another one, so I found one and I hid it there, along with something else. I forget what else it was. A piece of cabinetry for another birthday, or for something else. I can't remember. Anyway, I ended up just keeping it, having the ability to not have people come to the house. When the projects are finished, they go there. When stuff is just in the way, I can never predict if I'm going to have too much stuff, which I always do. And it's just really good to have that flow. As you can see, when I opened it up, it's not completely full. I do that on purpose so I can move things around and get at things. And I can get at everything in that unit. They're all projects that have something in mind that are over there. Or there's car parts. That was the other thing. For a long time, it was nothing but car parts on purpose. Get the cars out, keep the wood stuff at home. So anyway, that's why I kept it. It really just, sell one item that you restore pays for itself for half the year. Can't beat that. It owes me nothing. Okay, back at the house, we've got some exciting stuff. This box came in. Guess what this is? These are the supports. Alright, we're just going to do a quick overview on how these work. So, for the stabilizers, you simply pull them up and you can twist them and they fold up. This is where they bolt into the fella. So, you give them a tug. It's harder to do when they're not bolted down, obviously. There we go. You swing them down and then you drop this little lever and then they fall. And if you need to push to stabilize, I watched a little video, you're supposed to go all the way through and then do that. And that's how you do it. Real simple. And those are going to stabilize. And when you're all done, you just pull it down and down it goes. I'm going to use these to help support the jack so that my crane, when I'm using the pickup bed crane, it doesn't tip the trailer over or keeps everything safer. So I'm really excited to get these in and get them bolted up underneath the trailer. So right here, I'm going to put the stand right like so. There we go. Oh, upside down. It'll go like that, and it'll just jump up and down. Really excited about this. I'll give a picture of the crane when I'm all done, but I really am excited to be able to finally put the crane in. I'm going to bolt it in right up there, just drill some holes, and I'll give a little picture of the crane too. But the lawn needs attention today, so it's time to tinker on something else. And that guy cut me off. Jabba walking, talking, not liking.